Hi, my name is Mary Robinson, and this is my final video presentation for Dr. Benson's English 244, Section 2. So I will be responding to prompt C from part 1, and it says to explain how my own self-perception has changed over the course of this semester. So I would say that my own self-perception hasn't changed, but I would say I'm way more aware and more willing to become more aware as to what's really going on around me. We live right now in such a time of we're so blindsided by things and so distracted. So to be in a course that's truly beneficial to real life and the real life situations that we see on the news, I think that means, it doesn't mean more, but it's more valuable to me than just taking a normal English class. So I definitely say I'm way more aware, just from, even with the example of the Dove soap commercial, where the darker skin was seen as dirty, and then after they used Dove, they were white and seen as clean, just stuff like that. If you aren't educated and you aren't presented that information or, given the background or background knowledge as to what the true meaning of something like that is, you'll go blindsided and you won't know. And people don't understand, when someone says someone's ignorant, that means they're lacking there of education. And so therefore you're ignorant to the fact of what's really being, the true message that's really being conveyed through something that's simple, as a change from a darker skinned woman to the next scene of a lighter skinned woman, as the change of something being cleaner here or there. But overall, I would say this course was so beneficial, and Dr. Benson is such a great, amazing teacher and professor. I admire her, just the way she teaches with the passion. It makes you even want to learn more and dig deeper into the literature. Oh, let me tie something. I would say that I really admired Locke and Schonberg. I know that's it was further past or a little bit later during Harlem Renaissance, but just what they were saying, we do have to dig up and go back to remind ourselves of where we've been and how far we've come and how much. And through the literature, that's what you can see. You see these slaves writing in the 1800s better than people nowadays, and with lack of a formal education, to say the least. That's remarkable. These people could have been killed for writing and having an education, but still went out of their way to let their voices be heard. And actually, surprisingly, I would say the literature was very much, it was entertaining and was very much, seasoned with so much culture, even from folk tales to just the whole semester. It was a really great experience, I would say. And I would say my self-perception, it's changed because I walk a little taller and I'm just a little bit more proud of who I am, because I know I don't just come from yes, a massa, house Negro. No. What do you mean? We were plotting on massa and educating ourselves and doing, so it gives you a sense of pride. I'm just a little bit more proud when I walk. And I've always been proud to be Black, but I'm just a little bit more now. So yeah, I would definitely say I got that from this course. And from the second part of the final, I'm going to respond to prompt A, and it says, what is the Black aesthetic? And do you believe that there is a definite Black aesthetic in 2016, or should there be? So the Black aesthetic is, I would say, it's hard to explain, but I would say it was the rise of Black culture and the re-rise of Black culture and the kind of breakaway from all the things that America kind of told us that we were, but not, I don't want to say it was just a breakaway, because there had been a breakaway. After slavery, we kind of broke away from the things they were, and we kind of were trying to redefine ourselves. The Black aesthetic is just a proudness and a pridefulness in being Black. and the Black, you know, just in going out of our way to be unified and together and to, like I said, walk like a, you know, I'm Black and I'm proud. I'm Black and I'm proud. Like James Brown says, say it loud, you know? So I would say the Black aesthetic is, it's a sense of Black pride. Like, not to the extreme of like a KKK, like white supremacy, you know, but no, just the things that we are, our art, the way we dance, the way we walk, the way we talk. We're not anything of where we were brought. No, you know, we kind of were trying to dig back and go back to and reach back to our roots, you know. And I would say in 2016, there's definitely a Black aesthetic. They're trying to like get going, and I mean, with young scholars like myself and my fellow colleagues and peers, I would say with us educating ourselves to things like this and being enrolled in courses like English 244, you get the full gist of, or you get a hint. It's for you to dig deeper and to further your education. You'll want to after a course like this, because it gives you such a sense of, you kind of know yourself. We were robbed of culture. I'm not even getting into that and dig that deep, but we were robbed of so many things. So I think the Black aesthetic is essentially trying to glue back, and not even glue back, kind of just, we're going to mash it back together and we're going to get it back together. And I think nowadays there is, with like, oh, women going back natural and trying to embrace who we are and breaking away from what society has told us we are and breaking away from the old Negro. But nowadays it's just so broken up. It's like I said, it's not so much unity nowadays, because yeah, police brutality, but like we kill one another, you know. It's not so, yeah, brother, I'm gonna help you out, you know. It's a little bit more like, no, I'm gonna shine, you know what I mean, stuff like that. So yeah, there's a Black aesthetic today, and of course you have like, you know, Black art still and Black, you know, like all that stuff, but it's a little bit more watered down. But I feel like if people educate themselves, and like I said, once again, courses like this, really, like, I've already been passionate about it. I'm so even deeper passionate about it. Now it's just like, wow, like I have a little bit more of a grounding. I know a little bit more. The literature is another aspect of who we were, and I feel like exploring that just furthered my knowledge of who I was. And thank you, that's it.